This is a video from eSkills Zone. For more videos, notes, and certificates, please visit www.eskillszone.com.
Hello and welcome. Hi viewers. Today in this video we will discuss module 31 of a beginner's guide to Java course. And the topic we're going to learn today is for loop. So let's start. It is used for executing a block of code multiple times, which are fixed times, means that are all finite, not infinite. And let's discuss the syntax of it, which is very important. Syntax is, first we write the keyword for and then type in parentheses and closing parentheses. First is the initialization of, and then condition, semicolon, then condition, and then semicolon, and then increment. And then its structure will be started with the braces, starting and closing. And under this we will type the instruction, which is the body of the loop. So it can be of any kind of instruction like assignment operators, anything. Or you wanna display something with the help of system.out println statement. So this is the syntax, and it has actually three parts. Now we'll discuss one after another. The first one is called initialization. And under this initialization, what is done? It is executed once at the beginning of the loop. Second point is condition. Loop is executed only when condition evaluate to true. Last point is increment. Variable can be incremented or decremented. So now we'll execute a program using Eclipse IDE, and let's see how for loops work in Java programming language. So here we are, viewers, at the Eclipse IDE. We'll click on this button, click on the Java project. Here we will type the name of the project as behavior of for loop. So we'll type behavior of for loop, name of the project. Click on the next button. Here we'll type finish button, then type name of the module as program, pressing on the create button. And then you can see this. Here is the project. We'll click on it and we will right click on the module, delete it like we have been doing in our past programs. Right click on the SRC once again, go to the new option. From here we'll select the class and then type over here name as program, name of the program as public, and then click on this checkbox of the static void main, which will create a main method in the program. So here we are, the editor. Here we'll type the comment as behavior of loop. First we'll type description and then type behavior of for loop. So here we have a class program. Under this we will type method name static void in the name as for OPS, name of the method, and then parentheses and then braces. So under this method we will first use the keyword for loop, and then type integer I equal to 10. We will initialize value of I with value 10 and I greater than 0, and then I minus minus. So this loop will actually execute in reversal order because we have given the initial value as 10, which is larger than 0, and then here's the condition will be checked that the value of I is greater than equal to 0 or not, and there will be a decrement you can see with the help of I minus 1. If we use I plus, it means that we are incrementing, but since the value, if the initial value is larger than the value which is going to check with the variable I, so the loop will execute in the reversal order. So we will type I minus minus, so decrement will occur, and here we will type at the same time system.out.println, and then type close in parenthesis value of I colon space plus I. So the value stored in I will be displayed over here by using the plus symbol, which will return the value of I, which was actually 10 to 0. So for the first value we'll see on the screen will be 10, then there will be decrement occur until 0. So we'll see values in a decrement order starting from 10 then till 0, because we need to check greater than or equal to 0 is greater than 0. So the first value will be 10, then 9 and 8 and 7, then we will see the last value as 1. And now we will use one more method with the name static void for OPS2, and under this structure of this method we will use one more loop, for loop, for semicolon semicolon. So we are not giving any initial value condition or any final value or any increment, and then we will type, I will copy this system.out.println function, and then we will type infinite loop. Since there is no initial, no final values are there, so we will type infinite loop, close in double quotes, so now we're gonna call these two methods in the main method by typing their names along with parentheses and semicolons. So we'll first type the first method, we'll type name as for OPS parentheses semicolon, and then second as for OPS2 parentheses semicolon. So for both these methods will return their output. So we'll go to the run button. From here we'll click on it and can select the run as and click on the Java application. So you can see the that. Okay, for the moment we stop this by typing at the, making it a comment, going to the run and then run as and then Java application. So you're gonna stop it here, from here, terminate it. Now we're gonna actually made this method OPS2 as a comment by typing double forward slashes. So just wanna see the output of this for OPS method. So we'll click on it and then go to run as and then type the Java application. So you can see the output of this first for loop. The starting value was 10. Now there will be a decrement of 1, and then it reaches till the value is greater than 0. So you can see the first value is 10, then 9, then 8, and 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. So if you give a decrement of I minus equal to 2, so if you run it, So you can see a decrement of 2, 10, then 2, 8, and 6, and 4, and 2. Since we cannot see 1 because it's greater than 0, but there's a decrement of 2. So you can, this way you can make a decrement of 2. If you want to see the decrement of 3, you can always type 3 and then you can see the output like this. You can see 10, 7, 4, and 1. So every time you change the value, you can see different values as an output. So we actually, what we did, we actually commented this for OPS. We actually don't want to see the output, but once we delete this double forward slashes, so we'll see the output of it. We have not defined any initial value, any condition, or any decrement or increment in this loops. Therefore it's an infinite loop, so you will see the continuing displaying the infinite loop statement as an output on the screen. So I'm gonna click on run as, then go click on the Java application. So this messages keep continuing displaying on the output screen because there's no initial value, no final value, no increment, no decrement, and no condition is being checked in this loop. So you will, this loop will keep printing, displaying infinite loop message on the screen. So yeah, by clicking on this button we can terminate the execution of the program, and then we can go to the editor and then we can see the output and the input of the program. So by making the command this, now we're gonna run this, so you can see this output on the screen, but after this you can see the infinite loop keep displaying on the screen. So viewers, now we will execute one more program in Java to understand how the loop for loop is used using Java programming language. So we will go to this section. First we will close this previous program, and now we will go to the new Java project. Now we will type using, type name of the project is using for loop. Click on the next button, click on the finish button, type program as module name, create it, and now we will delete it first and then right click on the src folder, go to the new option, then click on the class. Now we'll type the name of the class as program and then click on the public static void, which will create a main method in the program. Now we'll first type the command as description of this program as description using for loop, and the class program public class will type static void for OPS, name of the method, parentheses, braces, and here we will type for teacher I equal to 0. So the value is initialized with 0, I is less than 10, and I plus plus. And within this we will type a comma and type system dot out dot println, and then type in loop enclosed in double quotes in loop, and with this we will type system dot out dot println, and then type value of I as I plus I. So the value of I will be returned, stored in I will be displayed using the system dot out or println statement. Now we will call this method in the main method by typing the name as for OPS parenthesis and then colon, semicolon. Now we're going to call this function, this method over here. Clicking on the run button, click at the Java application. You can see the output as value I is 1, then in the loop, and value I is 2, value I is 3. since the initial value is 0, so we're going to check that I is less than 10. So 9 is less than 10, so there's an increment of 1. So we'll first see the value that the loop will be, first time the loop will be executed, we'll see the value of I as 1. Then the second time the loop will be executed, then value of I becomes 2, and then 3, and then 4, because there's an increment of 1. And till the value reaches less than 10 means 9. We will also see the output in loop with every time the loop is executed, so we can see the value of I1 in loop, value of I2 in loop, till the value reaches value of I9 in loop. So every time we see the message in loop, as well with the for loop, as it has been used with the system.out.println in the loop method, for loop method. So this is how we can use a for loop, by typing the system.out.println statement using with it. So that's all, viewers. Thanks for watching.